Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Let's throw that on. There we go. Hello. Hello. Welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator. I'm Martin Wenzel. We're doing World Tour Flight 294 here. We're flying from Kochi, India to Colombo, Sri Lanka. We're on SriLanka Airlines. It's going to be Flight 166 in the Airbus A320neo. Fly-by-wire mod. And let's say we're getting some things set up here. Let's get inside the plane. Things are being a little glitchy here at this airport. At least with buses. Aren't there just buses right in front of us? Or maybe they were over there. Okay. Let's get things going. Of course, I don't have the right. Of course, don't have the right paperwork. I'm running behind today. Took longer to get into the sim today for some reason, or time just snuck up on me. Pilot safety check. Master switch is off. Ignition normal. Weather radar off. Landing gear down, and the wipers are off. Let the first officer start doing her thing. While she's doing that, we're gonna get some of the stuff lit up so we can see our screen's better. Should be taking off about 10:30 local time, which will be about 5 universal time. This part of India is about half an hour, has a off of the time zone is a half-hour kind of time zone thing.
I'm out for the walk around.
Alright, she's off for the walk around. We're gonna go get some of these panel brightnesses, and we'll go up top, do our flow, pure oxygen supply, ground control, CVR test. Gears 1, 3, and 2. Strobe light auto, nav logo lights on, APU is on, emergency lights armed, no smoking auto. Let's get over to the panel here and get our fuel coming on that we can board. Ground 151 passengers.
Go ahead. Hi there, just to let you know that we've started fueling the aircraft. We'll let you know as soon as it's completed. Roger.
Alright, where were we in the flow? Get back up there. Alright, looking for white lights. No white lights. Gen 1 and 2 fault, as expected. APU fuel pump, engine fire test, engine 2 fire test, no white lights. Actually test a few things we can test over here still. Audio switching is normal. Down to the radio panel, that is on. Cell and nav lights, no green light, and it's covered. And that's all for that. Get into the FMC, start setting that up. And
hello.
Hi, Captain. We're ready to start boarding. Are we okay to begin?
Yes, start boarding whenever you like.
No worries. I'll get the rest of the crew organized, and we'll make a start in a couple of minutes once the passengers start arriving from the terminal.
We'll start the boarding
I'm
process
back.
now.
No
with
issues on the
GSX.
walk around.
Boarding requested.
By the time the bus gets over
Ground to
here,
cockpit. Go ahead.
we'll be done fueling.
Hi, Captain. Just to let you know that the aircraft is now fueled as requested. Roger.
Alright, it's in brief. We got the right stuff. Victor Oscar Charlie India, Victor Charlie Bravo India, Victor Oscar Mike Delta, flight level 330, cost index 10. Alright, zero fuel weight is 58.6. I'm not sure what the... I wish there was a way to sync up self-loading cargo and I don't know stairs. Self-loading. There was a way to sync up self-loading cargo and
Hi, the security and safety checks are all done. Are you good to start boarding?
yes.
Okay.
What do I want to do? I'm gonna go to my settings here because we have no stairs. Loading just not work at this airport? This is a freeware airport, so I've never run into a freeware airport where loading and all that stuff doesn't work. Alright, zero fuel weight, center of gravity, that's what we're looking for. You can pull that up right over here. Yeah, passengers are coming on board, and coming on board really quick. Wow. 33.17. Fuel. Check over here what we got. I need to start. 200. Wait a second. Oh, okay. I know for my last flight, I did a flight with Southwest the other day, just offline, and I had everything in pounds, so I was afraid that this was in pounds, but no, it's in kilos. So I must just default back to my original setting. Alright, average wind component is a +1, so we got a tailwind of 1 knot. Very helpful. Flight plan, double check our flight plan here. Tumla, Guteg, Papa A95 to Big Cock. That's all it is right there. Get our flight clearance.
Taxi to gate 10 by Charlie Gore, Charlie Echo, Juliet 1, Arabia 426.
Cochin ground, Sri Lankan 166, gate 12, request clearance to Bandaranaike, Colombo with information uniform.
Sri Lankan 166, clear to Bandaranaike, Colombo, via Tumla 2, departure, runway 09er, initial climb, flight level 160, then as filed, squawk, 6551.
Cleared to Bandaranaike, Colombo via Tumla 2, departure, runway 09er, initial climb, flight level 160, then as filed, squawk, 6551, Sri Lankan 166.
Sri Lankan 166, read back correct, report when ready.
Will report when ready, Sri Lankan 166.
Okay. performance. So we got our calculator over here. And we'll throw up a sim brief now for a second. Let's see. Takeoff weight 63,517. Not sure why that's in red. Okay. Center of gravity. Whoa.
Radio 426. Hold position.
Thanks for subscribing, Ryan Rockstar.
Hold position. Radio 426.
Thank you very much. I need to fix all my alerts. Should get some sound effects or something going there. I don't know. That's my next project for the stream. Make the alerts a little bit more. A little bit more exciting. Thank you for that, though. Thank you very much. Runway condition dry. Anti-ice off. Packs on. Center of gravity. What did we have? 332. Calculate. Alright. So, really all we need to do is just put in this. The 1 and the down as... Whoops. Am I gonna do it? Oh, it takes it either way, I guess. Then we can get our speeds right from the plane. So I'm gonna go with the plane speeds because you can see the difference, but not a big deal. Actually, probably put the flex temp in too. Then this. Looks like nothing changed. Interesting. Alright, that's all for our performance calculations. And should be all set on that. Got our ATC clearance. Do our oxygen test. Not really anywhere we can actually do it. There's the mask. Got our brightnesses set, loudspeaker set at 1 o'clock. Actually not functional, so I can't do that. PFD, check display and data. ND, check display and data. Looks good. I mean, we got the map there. It's a little bit hard to see it. Glare shield lights as required. Did that. Altimeter barrel ref 1009 set. Standby. Flight director buttons both on. LS buttons off. EFIS mode set the way we want it. Speed Mach check dash. Heading is we got heading and vertical speed. And then we got the altitude, our initial cleared altitude selected, flight level 160. Standby instrument, clock checked, anti-skid, nose wheel steering on. Audio control panel checked. Power switch for the radar off. Predictive wind shear off. Gain and tilt set. Mode as required. Switching knobs all for normal. Up there. Status page checked. Pressure page should be our auto set for arrival airport 50 feet. Cockpit door locked. Thrust levers working and idle. Master switch is off. Ignition normal. Parking brake on and off. Checking that the needle there is in the green. Gravity gear extension stowed. ATC mode selector auto 1. Altitude reporting. TCAS standby. And check the box. Check the box. I don't know how they got landing checklist from that. Hey, Misha.
Okay.
Wow, that was a very delayed reaction from the co-pilot.
Cochin ground, Saudia 77 foot heavy, runway vacated with Charlie foot. Saudia 774 heavy, taxi to gate 3, via Charlie 4, Charlie Alpha, Juliet 1.
Alright, let's do our briefing for our takeoff.
Taxi
We're
to
going to take off
gate
runway
3, via Charlie
09.
foot, Charlie Alpha, Juliet 1, Saudia 77 foot heavy.
Down the radio. Alright, so we're going to push back to tail to the right, so we're facing left. Head down, pull out on Bravo, Echo Bravo or Alpha, to Charlie, over to Delta, or Charlie 1 it looks like, Charlie 1 actually, and then 09. Take off, we got 11,155 feet of runway. Take off, go into the Tumla 1 Bravo, or Tumla 2 departure, sorry. And looking here, it doesn't look like we have any. Transition altitude is 11,000 feet. ATC will specify routings. Do not climb above. Oh, that's for Tumla 1A. So we really don't have anything. Just kind of on this route. No no altitude restrictions.
Hey guys, all packs are on board. Are we clear to close?
Yes.
Thanks. Let me know if you need anything.
Not much on our departure there. Let's see, what else we got? Yeah, we're pretty much ready to go. Turn off that external power, it is already off. Okay. Before start, checklist, down to the line.
Cockpit prep.
Completed.
Completed. Gear pins and covers.
Set and checked. Why did I say set and checked? Removed.
Cochin ground, FF 1796, runway vacated with turn.
Removed.
Signs.
On and auto.
Are you sure about that?
No, I'm not.
Adheres.
Nav.
Fuel quantity.
5,180 kilograms.
Takeoff data.
Set.
Barrel ref.
1009 set.
1009. Set. Down to the line.
Cochin ground, SriLankan 166. Request pushback and startup.
Alright, so it's still loading because Dufflin cargo takes forever compared to GSX, which is annoying.
SriLankan 166.
Wish there was a way to sync them up. Yeah, I didn't get to bed until after midnight, so running on short sleep. Actually, since we have a little time, I'm going to step away for a moment, grab some more water, grab some more drink before we get going. All right. Being close. Under a minute. We're gonna finish loading. Obviously, looks like we finished loading. I kind of want to. Okay, we got our pushback approved. Kind of want to get these guys set up, but I know as soon as I do it. Cabin crew arms, slides, and cross check. Alright. I think we can call for pushback now. Alright, just waiting for the cabin door.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Ground to cockpit.
Go ahead.
Loading has been completed. We're sending the load sheet up to you now. We'll contact you once the aircraft is closed up, then we'll get you moving.
Roger. Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Hello.
Hi, Captain. Okay, we've received the load sheet from ground.
Where are these couple planes going? Just kind of hanging out.
Looking gear.
All stations ready to close.
Below the line.
Windows and doors.
Closed.
Closed. Beacon.
On.
Thrust levers.
Idle.
Parking brake.
On.
Before start, checklist complete.
Cochin ground. Area 61. Runway vacated with Charlie
Alright, what did we say for our pushback? Tail right.
Release parking brakes. Commencing push.
Ground to cockpit.
All engines clear.
Go
Start
ahead.
at will.
Cabin crew, doors to automatic, please. We're ready to disconnect. Thanks very much.
I was like how they
Stay
take
straight
so
ahead and
long.
we'll see you
Self-flight
again
cargo
soon.
takes so long to do things. So I like it, but at the same time, it's kind of so finicky. Starting engine 2.
Check.
Continue taxi. Continue taxi. Arabia 426. Arabia 426. Low position.
Oh, can I not move around the cockpit? Suddenly I can't move around the cockpit
Ready.
with my mouse. What the heck? I love that. I love it. There we go. What is the deal? You know how you usually use right click to move around or to change your view? Yeah. What is going on? There we go. Is my mouse dying or something? Maybe. Maybe. All right. Let me push back right on the dot on 5 o'clock. That's pushback time. Ugh.
Set parking brakes.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Unlocking gear.
Oh, I like that. I changed it so I just automatically, once I hit the parking brake and the engine's going, it just... Right. Starting engine 1.
Check.
Kind of annoying. Well, I don't know why you guys didn't come in and taxi before I pushed back. Get to where you need to go. Oh. My mouse is not responding very well.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Cochin ground, AMD Ryzen RX, runway vacated with Charlie Sir.
AMD Ryzen 34, taxi to gate 11 via Charlie 4, Charlie Echo, Juliet 1.
Taxi to gate 11 via Charlie 4, Charlie Echo, Juliet 1, AMD Ryzen RX. SriLankan 166, request taxi.
SriLankan 166, taxi to holding point runway 09 via Juliet 1 Alpha Charlie.
Taxi to holding point runway 09 via Juliet 1 Alpha Charlie, SriLankan 166.
After start checklist.
Anti-ice.
Off.
ECAM status.
Checked.
Pitch trim.
Set and checked.
Rudder trim.
0.
After start checklist complete.
Flight control check.
Full down. Full up. Neutral. Full right. Full left. Neutral.
Rudder.
Full left. Full right. Neutral.
Full up. Full down. Neutral. Full left. Full right. Neutral. Clear left side.
Clear right side.
This turns my turn off lights off. Alright, here we go.
Hello.
Hi, Captain. Everyone's seated and secured for takeoff.
Thanks a lot.
I'll get the crew seated and secured as soon as you give us the word.
We're almost ready, so you can take your seats now.
No problem. All stations, takeoff position, please.
Alright, 273 miles down to Colombo.
Radio 426, continue taxi.
Lock time I think is an hour and a half
Continue
scheduled.
taxi. Radio 426.
Old Saudia liveries. They haven't. We're gonna be doing a Saudia flight, and I just was putting together the airline logo to go in the lower left corner here below my camera. And I already had the Saudia logo, but it was the old one that you see on the tail, blue and the gold. And now it's all green. They're just completely green. I don't know if they're going. I think it's an environmental thing, actually.
Sri Lankan 166. Contact Cochin Tower 118.8.
118.8, Sri Lankan 166. Cochin Tower, Sri Lankan 166, runway 09, ready for departure.
Sri Lankan 166, hold position.
Hold
Before
position, Sri
takeoff.
Lankan 166.
Before takeoff checklist down to the line.
Flight controls.
Checked.
Check. Flight instruments.
Checked.
Check. Briefing.
Confirmed.
Flap setting.
Config 1 plus F.
Config 1 plus F, V1, VR, V2, flex temp.
Set and checked.
Approach path clear of traffic. V1, 1, 3, 0. VR, 1, 3, 1. V2, 1, 3, 5. Flex temp, 6, 9 degrees. ATC,
Set.
ECAM memo.
Takeoff, no blue. Takeoff, no blue.
Down to the line.
Alright, landing lights, strobe lights on, nose light
Go
on.
around.
Man, we gotta go around
Go
here now.
around. This time 885.
I don't even see Vistara. Better. Yeah, they've been landing the right way.
iFly 597, when vacated contact ground 121.75.
When vacated contact ground, 121.75, iFly 597.
I hope they're not, they didn't just flip the landing around and now they're coming in the other direction. Which always gets me, it's like, how can they do that, like on a snap, suddenly all the AI planes come in the other direction? It's like, don't they have to like, get them flipped around on their approaches? Because they are controlled all the way up there, so. I guess in between the time we get our clearance and, but we even saw a few planes landing. So, hopefully, we're not taking off into the landing planes. Wouldn't surprise me though, because when the wind is low enough and it kind of, if it just switches, like if it's 1 knot and then suddenly it's 1 knot going the other direction, it automatically is like, oh, we're flipping runways, and it's like, not when you give me clearance. I think that's something they should add in on FS HUD, is that it's like, once you get clearance and you get your runway, everything else needs to go on that runway, the same direction. It can't switch because the wind suddenly changed. You know, unless it's major, I mean, that's something I'm looking for. Like I said, I'm looking forward to Beyond ATC, and hopefully they figure that stuff out. Okay. She should have set it to Tara. He has. Cabin crew advised. Brake
Sri
fans off.
Lankan
Patch 1 and 2 is
166, line up
required.
runway 09.
Line up runway 09, Sri Lankan 166.
Below the line.
Take off runway.
09 confirmed.
Cabin crew.
Advised.
TCAS.
Tara. TARA.
Engine mode selector.
Normal.
PAX.
On.
Before takeoff checklist complete.
Sri Lankan 166, wind 322 degrees at 5 knots, runway 09, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 09, cleared for takeoff, Sri Lankan 166.
Takeoff.
Check. Thrust set.
Checked.
Cochin Tower, red mode 549 on final 27. Red light 549, continue approach. Continue approach, red mode 549.
100 knots. V1. Rotate.
wind 322
Positive
degrees
5.
at 5 knots. Clear
Gear
to
up.
land 27. Clear to land 27. Red light 549er.
Gear up.
Sri Lankan 166. Contact Cochin radar 119.75.
119.75, Sri Lankan 166. Cochin radar, Sri Lankan 166, Tumla 2, departure at 1,500.
Thrust climb.
Climbing flight level 160.
Sri Lankan 166.
Packs are on.
Radar contact. Continue climb flight level 160.
Continue climb flight level 160, Sri Lankan 166.
Just fly manually for a little bit
Red
here.
light 902. Contact Mangalore Centre 127.55. 127.55. 902.
Flap 0. Flap 0.
Speed check. Speed check.
Cabin crew, you're free to resume duties.
Flap 0.
I swear it's always hazy. Always hazy around Indian cities. After takeoff, climb checklist.
Landing gear.
Up.
Flaps.
Retracted.
Packs.
On.
Down to the line.
Autopilot 1 on. Start clearing these clouds. Yeah, so right over the cities in India, it's always very hazy. I don't know if that's pollution being kind of displayed a little bit. And then once you get out a little bit, then you get this nice, beautiful, you can see the clouds and the countryside. And it starts to look really nice. Alright, landing lights off, 10,000 feet. Seatbelts off.
Sri Lankan 166. Contact Mangalore Centre 127.55.
127.55, Sri Lankan 166.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned off the seatbelt sign, so you are now free to cruise around the cabin.
Mangalore Centre, Sri Lankan 166, Tumla 2, departure at flight level 110, climbing flight level 160.
Sri Lankan 166. Radar contact. Continue climb flight level 270.
Continue climb flight level 270, Sri Lankan 166.
Below the line.
Vero ref.
Standard set.
Standard set. After takeoff, climb checklist complete.
I've been kind of doing this lately where I forget to clear that discontinuity. There we go. Tumla to Kuteg. And look at that. Little storm over there, probably. Brightness really high or something. Sometimes I set my camera stuff. It doesn't take. There we go. Gain is set too high. Wash me out and everything. I don't need help with that. Inbound. Hey, how are you? I'm good. All right. A little bit late start. I think I got the stream going at 7:02, so hopefully people didn't freak out. Here's another short flight. Last flight was short. This one's even shorter. We're already at. I should probably get inside the plane and get some of my information going. But yeah, I got to bed at like 12:15 last night. Got up at about 6:15, so 6 hours of sleep. It seems on my night before my days off, we always end up getting stuck staying up late. Because I usually go to bed. I would like to go to bed like 8:45 in the evening because I get up at 4:45 and then I get a solid 8. I usually end up going to bed about 9:45, 10 o'clock, getting up at 4:45. And then my days off, it's like I drag and get up at like 6:15. It's like if I got up at 4:45, I would have plenty of time to set up the stream. Heck, even start the stream earlier and we could not have to use as much time acceleration maybe, or not be worrying as much about the landing being kind of holding off the little kid. I do have your controls. I have to see if I need an updated version. Probably whatever I have is probably way out of date, or I might have uninstalled it completely. Because last time I used it was a few years ago, and then like the weeks after I had used it, I was having all kinds of performance issues with the sim, and we figured out that was what was causing it. Was your controls. Was for some reason when you're not using your controls, it messes with your sim. Because while we were using it, it didn't cause too many performance issues. So, I don't know. My favorite flights are when we have clouds like this, and when we're going over kind of like a mountainous terrain. Heck, any terrain really. Other than water. Water is kind of boring, but like here where you got the clouds kind of, it's giving that 3D element again. I love it. So beautiful.
Chennai Center, Sri Lankan 166, Tumla 2, departure at flight level 220, climbing flight level 270. I feel like
I think I did originally. It's just, yeah, for some reason. Again, this was a year or two ago, so it was still in the early days of probably when it first came out, so it had hiccups.
Continue climb flight level 330, Sri Lankan 166.
Alright, continue climb 330. Alright, I want to jump in here, get the information for our arrival. Almost at the point where we're going to start descending again. As I said, really quick flight. Not even enough time for me to do much of any background stuff. But that's good. We'll be... my plan today, what it sounds like is going to happen is my wife and my son are going over to a friend's house, which means I'll have the house to myself, so I'm going to probably stream over on Twitch this afternoon and do some, at least one, maybe we can get 2 in, Ibex Airlines flights. We'll be in the CRJ 700 flying over in Japan, on a pilot's life too, my career, like the little career mode we have going. So hopefully we can get a couple flights in there. That'll be over just exclusively on Twitch. I'll be playing, we'll have music going and all that good stuff that we can't really do here on YouTube without getting copyright struck. Get away with a little bit more on Twitch. Not technically, but most people kind of get away with it. What's up for you? Hey! Yeah, it's funny because now I'm going to do like a Twitch exclusive stream this afternoon and you guys are all on here on YouTube. It's interesting because some days I'll have like barely anyone watching on YouTube and I'll get a raid on Twitch. And then other times I'll have, it'll just be crazy. Yes, I do, and it should be able to. I don't know if, can I do it on YouTube? I wonder if that the command works on YouTube, or if I can set up commands like this on YouTube. Doesn't look like I can. Let me just get my Discord. How do I do that? I feel like the one. Try this. I'll put the link in. Try this. It might be out of date. Maybe that's what people.
Descend flight level 140.
Where do I go?
Descend flight level 140. I-flat 6149.
Yeah, it doesn't work. It works on. I mean, that's a Twitch command, so maybe I have to set up. I have to look at Stream Elements to see how to set that up on YouTube. Because I know you can. I know there's you can do commands on YouTube as well. So I'm gonna have to do that where. Figure out all the good commands that like most streamers use, especially here in like Flight Simulator, how to, you know, share the flight plan and various stuff like that. Figure out how to do that. Bounce ideas off you guys. Yeah, go over the Discord. I just posted a couple days ago when I did my flight. I did a flight offline from Milwaukee to Las Vegas with the new Tampa airport and Las Vegas the Strip. And pretty cool images. They even got the little ball, the LED ball that lights up and does very different things. On my approach, it was like this eyeball looking at you as you were coming on your approach, and then when I was just zooming over the strip, it was just a smiley face. So it changes, and it's really cool. And I didn't have too many performance issues coming into Las Vegas, but for some reason when I fly in the US lately, I have performance issues no matter where I am. Like I was flying out of Milwaukee, and the only mod I have in the Milwaukee area is the airport, which I've never had problems with, and now I'm climbing out and it is just, my frame rate is 30 to 40 frames per second, no problem, but it's choppy like that, and it's like, why does it keep kind of hanging up? Alright, Inbound Aviation joined. Yeah, I just got the message. There it is. Mate? Oh no, Inbound Aviation right there. Mate also. Oh, Mate just waved at you. I see what's going on. I just got Finnick 222, who I think yeah, he followed from. I think that's you guys over here on YouTube, and he also joined. Yep, so if you're over there, you can see like there's a whole flight section, and there's a little section where you can go flight requests, and then I probably need to pin a post or something on how to do a flight request, but basically just, you know, what airline would you like to fly? What plane would you like me to fly? Again, no guarantees I will fly that airline and plane, because it depends on if I have it, if I can find delivery. But let me know what you'd like to see, if it's a real life flight, departure airport, arrival airport, and we'll try to get it done. I mean, I've got, how many more? We're on flight 294. I've got about 17 more World Tour flights, I think. So after that, probably sometime in February, these morning streams, we're going to be doing just random flights, or maybe start doing some of my more of a pilot's life flights, but bounce between those. Everyone's in the Discord right now. Nice. Finnick222, which one are you on YouTube? Because I know you just followed. I can't remember. I know you followed on Twitch. That's Finnick, YouTube 222. I know you have a different name on YouTube. Would you like to do a shared cockpit flight one day? Yeah, at some point. One day, I don't know. Right now, it's kind of like with VATSIM. It's, I don't really want to commit to something like
1,000
that.
to go.
Because it's really hard with, like, my son and my wife, where it's like, just to get the stream in and be able to focus enough to get the stream in and land my plane by the end of the flight is hard enough. So I do want to do more VATSIM. I do want to do shared cockpits, but I think that's going to be a little bit further off.
Good morning once again from the cockpit. I hope all is well with you and you're enjoying flying with us so far. We've reached our cruising flight level. We're expecting to arrive on time as planned.
Today or tomorrow I'm
Progress
going to be
is
calling
going
up
very well.
the flight school
Unless
I want to
anything
go
changes in the
to,
meantime, you'll next hear
and
from me
hopefully
around the
setting
time
that
we
up,
start
and
our
then we'll kind of
descent.
know.
So I'll leave
Because
you
at
in the
that
hands
point,
of our excellent
once
cabin
I'm going to
crew.
flight school, I'm not
Thanks
going
very
to have
much.
a ton of time, but when I do have time, I don't have my wife and son are going to be in China visiting family, so I'll have a little bit more peace to be able to focus on doing the sim.
ILS Zulu approach runway 04. Report when ready for descent.
But yeah, I definitely would like to
166.
do that at that point. All right, so we just got our information here. So go in here and put it in right away. Okay, so we're expecting ILS Zulu 04, ILS 04 Zulu, Bicok 2 Alpha, Busley. Looks like no transition over here. Insert. Alright, destination data. Wrong one. Here. Print off these sheets. Let's see if we got the... Probably didn't get an ADIS. Oh, we did. There we go. So ADIS, let's see. uniaddis.net. Okay. Arrival 04, departure 04. ILS, info Lima. Here's the MEDAR, so we really don't need to print out the other one, but even with these ADISs, I think they... Download failed. Okay. What's this? What is it, 200, 500? I don't know what's going on there. Oh, weird how it's written on this, or the 20 on all of them. What is a 20? Okay, it's just kind of weird. We'll look at the MEDAR. MEDAR is a little bit more weird. Yeah, look right there, it says that download failed. Okay, so maybe that's why it was all messed up. Alright, we go into...
SriLankan 166, ready for descent.
You have control.
I have control.
SriLankan 166, descend 3000, QNH 1010.
Wow. Descent.
Descend
Right
3000, SriLankan 166.
Seat belts on. Like I said, we just got up. And now we're going to descend as we're going out into the... I don't know what this is called, this little strip between Sri Lanka and India. On the west side where the Maldives are, that's the Lakshadweep Sea, but I don't know what it is over here. Not the Bay of Bengal. I'm not seeing on the map what that is. Oh well, but we're going over that little strip of water between that separates Sri Lanka from India. Ascending to 3,000. Copilot has controls, so we're going to go in here and go to our performance page, get the destination data in, and then we'll look at our approaches and everything. Alright, so right here, QNH 1010. Temperature 26, dew point 24. Wrong one. Wind 50 at 6 knots. Transition altitude is flight level 130. Minimum. We'll look at the charts.
Good morning once again from the cockpit. As you've probably noticed, we've started our descent. We should be arriving in around 20 minutes depending on local air traffic, and I will shortly be instructing the cabin crew to get the cabin ready for our arrival. After that, the seatbelt sign will be illuminated and you'll need to stay seated until after landing. On that note, if you need to use a toilet, then you should try to visit one now as they will be closed during the approach. You'll next hear from me after landing, so I will wish you a very good morning once again, and I'll speak to you in a short while.
Okay. Let's do this chart. Alright, so there's our transition level, flight level 130. Peacock to Alpha. ATS surveillance required. Aircraft not approved for RNAV 1. Operation shall inform ATC. We have RNAV, so we're fine there. Peacock, we take Peacock in. Olmid, we need to be below 4,000 feet. Then continue in to Bussley, which is our transition, our initial approach fix. Max speed of 210 knots and above 2,500 feet. If I'm reading that right, yeah? Yeah. Every once in a while, my brain just goes, I forget how things are, like how things work. I just suddenly, is it that way or is it the other way? I believe, but yeah, I think that means that's the floor, 2,500 feet, 2,500 feet. Why I doubt myself, I don't know. ILS Zulu, runway 04, Katunayake, Sri Lanka, Bandaranaike, International Air, Colombo, September 8th, 2023, so fairly within the last 4 months. Dated. Localizer is India Kilo Whiskey 109.9, final approach 40 degrees. At Lycra, 1,500 feet, that's where we'll get the glide slope. Airport elevation 29, runway 25. We have it set to auto for the pressure page, it had it at 50. Misapproach, we're going to climb straight ahead to 2,000 feet, track direct to Icona and hold. Again, right there, transition level, flight level 130. At Icona, we're going to hold. Max speed 230 knots, max flight level 140, minimum 2,000 feet. Let's see, Larad, max 190, mandatory 1,700 feet. And then there's Lycra, max 185 knots. Capture glide slope on in. Cross section. And the max speed 190 for Larad at 1,700 feet. One of these stands. We might get one of these and then we'll just do it the stairs. See what they give us. This is what we need right here. 255 feet. And it's so easy in the Airbus, you just type it in. Don't spin any knobs or anything like that. Okay, what is this? I'm going to put in the VOR.
SriLankan 166, cleared Eco 2 Alpha, arrival.
Alright, cleared for arrival.
Cleared Eco 2 Alpha, arrival, SriLankan 166.
ILS is in there. Don't really need this, but the Icona is on the radial 40 distance 15.9. That's where that start point for the hold is. And the only problem with the fly-by-wire, I think in the Phoenix they don't have this issue, but with the fly-by-wire is it doesn't have the go-around procedure in. And so if we do have to go around, then we have to quickly punch in Icona, put in a hold, set it up properly, get into the hold. And we have 15.9 miles to do that. Which isn't a problem if the first officer could do things like that with FS crew, but they can't. So it gets a little hectic on a go-around. Not as bad when you're flying a go-around in the PMDG planes, because they have that go-around procedure in there, and I think I want to say the CRJs do as well, but I'm not sure. I'd be surprised if it did actually update that. It is different. The wind is 50 at 6 knots. Temperature 26. Runway elevation 25. Heading 40. Approach speed always seems to be the same. Maybe, is that actually how it works? I'm not sure. Weight, flaps, full, overweight procedure, no. Reverse thrust, yes. Auto land, no. Runway slope. So, right there, medium, 1,600 feet, or 1,600 meters, which is about half the runway. And that would get us off at Bravo.
SriLankan 166, contact Colombo Center.
We wanted to exit at Charlie. We could go max.
SriLankan 166.
Maximum manual.
Colombo Center, SriLankan 166, Eco 2 Alpha, arrival at flight level 210, descending 3000. SriLankan 166, radar contact, continue descent 3000, QN8 1010.
Cabin crew, prepare for arrival.
Continue descent 3000, SriLankan 166.
Hello.
Hi, Captain. Just checking to see if everything is okay.
Yes, everything is fine. Thanks for asking.
Great. If you need anything more, just give me a call.
SriLankan 166, continue descent 4000, QN8 1010.
4,000, okay.
Continue descent 4000, SriLankan 166.
Alright, so we're on the on the little green dot for the VNAV.
SriLankan 166. Expect Bisley ALS Zulu. Approach. Runway 04.
Expect Bisley ILS Zulu. Approach. Runway 04. SriLankan 166.
SriLankan 166. Continue descent 3000. Clear B go to Alpha. Arrival QN8 1010.
Continue descent 3000. Clear Eco to Alpha. Arrival SriLankan 166.
Alright, we got a little time here. Next flight will be tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock. Next World Tour flight. Might be doing a flight, like I said, this afternoon. Hopefully get one flight in, if things go. Why did it... Yeah, why did it suddenly... not follow the green dot there? That flight will be... or tomorrow's flight. Almost think I should do it in the afternoon here. Be better. That's going to be Colombo to Karachi, Pakistan. Looking about 3.5 hours. So we'll definitely be using, if I do it tomorrow morning, or if I do it this afternoon, probably either way, use a little bit of time acceleration. Probably the flight path, we're going to be flying over a lot of water too, and so a little bit of time acceleration probably to get that flight in. But that'll be tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock. Keep an eye out. Maybe go a little earlier on that. We'll see. We'll try to stick with the regular time, but see if I get up earlier, maybe go earlier, and that way we can get it in with a little less pressure. Yeah, and then from Karachi, next time I have off, not sure when that will be, probably next week Tuesday, so the 19th, I will be flying over to Dubai. So that'll be a cool flight. Fly in, see Dubai. It's been a while since we've been there. Kind of getting back into, let's see where, Dubai. Are we gonna, yeah, we're gonna fly into Kuwait at some point. So a couple airports that we've been to before, a while back. Way back at the early days of this world tour.
Cabin crew, prepare the cabin for landing.
coming in fast, looking good. Altitude wise, right on the dot. 250 knots. We do need to get down to 210 by Boostly and 2,500 feet. So let's get a little bit closer to that. We'll extend the speed brakes if needed. She can't go max. Auto brake. But I suppose that's manual, right? I hate the drone camera doing that. I really wish it didn't get all flipped over. Or at least had a view that was locked on the plane. I like the PMDG it has. I'm gonna have to look at some different camera. You know, there's custom camera packages out there. Which I'm like, why do you need a custom camera package? You already have a camera package. Comes with it. Sometimes the cameras that come with the plane aren't that good, as we know. And of course we got all this kind of wispy cloud which beats the crap out of my graphics card. Band's starting to go.
$1,000 to go.
Okay, once we get to 3,000, we'll start pulling back the speed. Or we'll see if the plane does it. I think it actually will right there. We'll see what happens. I know most of the... Some of these, like here's like the, I believe that's the end of our descent. I think that's probably decel right there. I have to look and see what the, all the various things on the Airbus PFD mean.
SriLankan 166, contact Colombo approach 132.4.
132.4, SriLankan 166. Colombo approach, SriLankan 166, Eco 2 Alpha, arrival at 3,100.
SriLankan 166, radar contact, continue descent 2,500, QN8 1011.
Continue descent 2,500, SriLankan 166.
Okay, so we'll see if it automatically begins descending, or begins slowing down at 210. It should. Looks like that green dot's gone down there. That's what that. I think that means. There it goes. You can always help it along by putting out the speed brake a little bit. Alright, landing lights on. Seatbelts on. Approach checklist.
Briefing.
Confirmed.
ECAM status.
Checked.
Seatbelts.
On.
Sri Lankan 166.
Barrel
Turn
left.
left heading
1010 set.
1,700.
10.
Left
Set.
heading 130.
Minimum.
Continue descent 1,700. Sri Lankan
255
166.
feet set.
255. Set.
Sri Lankan
Engine mode
166.
selector.
Turn left heading 095. Cleared ILS Zulu. Approach at 1,500. Runway 04. Report
Normal.
established on
Approach
localizer.
checklist complete.
Flaps 1.
Left heading 095. Cleared ILS
Speed
Zulu.
check.
Approach at
2,500.
1,500. Runway 04. Report established on
Flaps 1.
localizer. Sri Lankan
Radar altimeter
166.
alive.
Here we are chasing the stupid, every time it seems like we just can't, they don't get descended quick enough. Go down. Descend. Got the speed brake all the way out and can't lose any speed. Why are we going up? Why are we going up? What are
Sri
we
Lankan
doing?
166. Established on localizer.
No, we're not established on localizer.
Sri Lankan 166. Continue approach.
Continue approach. Sri Lankan 166.
I don't get it. These approaches are just terrible. I hate these approaches sometimes.
Sri Lankan 166. Contact
We
Colombo
can't get
Tower,
slowed every time.
118.7.
What the heck?
118.7. Sri Lankan 166.
Yeah, now we're going way too fast though.
Colombo Tower. Sri
No,
Lankan
please,
166. On final. 04.
Sync rate.
Yeah, look how fast we're going. So we made that turn and it was just like that. It's like we're supposed to go from 2,500 feet to 1,700. While, again,
Cleared to
big
land.
problem there, we should have had our
Sri
speed way
Lankan
down.
166.
That's my fault. Can't rely on the V speed. You
1,000.
gotta go yourself. We're way too fast. We're not losing any speed, that's the problem.
Sync rate.
Well, man, can we lose some speed here? Can't lose speed. I love it when we have the spoilers on. There we go. Now we're fine on speed, I think. A little fast.
$400. 100 above. Minimum.
Continue.
Check.
$50, $40, $30, $20. Retard. Retard.
Sri Lankan 166. When vacated, contact ground 12
Spoilers. No reverse engine 1 and 2.
When
Decel.
vacated, contact ground. 121.9. Sri Lankan 166.
70 knots.
Yeah, it's one thing I gotta work on is I just gotta get that speed down in advance. I see the max speed, I go, oh, that's the speed we're supposed to be at. No, get below that because, especially in this plane, it's really hard to lead off speed. Where the heck? Did we miss? Oh no, going to Bravo. Didn't want to do a go around, so we did kind of an aggressive descent there.
Colombo ground, Sri Lankan 166. Runway
Cabin crew,
vacated with
disarm the
Bravo.
doors, please.
Sri Lankan 166. Taxi to gate Alpha 95 Bravo. Taxi to gate Alpha 9 via Bravo, Sri Lankan 166.
After landing checklist.
Flaps.
Retracted.
Spoilers.
Disarmed.
APU.
Start.
Radar.
Off.
Predictive wind shear system.
Off.
After landing checklist complete.
Well, we landed. We did it. Let's see. Not bad, too. Negative 162 feet per minute. G-force 1.05, which is actually what you really want to look at as your G-forces. More important. Right. Alpha 9. That first gate right there. See if the gates work. I'm having a heck of a time trying to get the GSX, the paths for the passengers at Jinnah, Karachi, that airport to work. I've got them coming all the way out from the terminal along the jetway, which is really nice, but then they hit the final jetway section and they skip up to the top and then go descend kind of floating through the air, and it's just like, how do you not do that? Because basically you just need to make a path when you're doing GSX. You need a path for, you know, for example, if there's like, if this was all glass here and you could see them, I'd make a path to here, but then what would happen is, for some reason, the passengers then skip to the top of this final part of the jetway and then float down through the jetway. It's really frustrating. Oh, she didn't leave me in at all. Look how they just wave like crazy. Oh, yeah, we went too far. APU. Engines off.
Reporting requested.
Ground to cockpit.
Go ahead.
Hi, Captain. Microphone check, please.
Loud and clear.
Roger.
Cabin crew, the aircraft is secure. Please open the doors when ready. You're clear to begin deboarding.
Okay, Captain. Ground power is available. Stand by. We'll start getting you offloaded in a couple of minutes.
Roger.
Cabin crew disarm slides and cross-check. Parking checklist.
APU bleed.
On.
Engines.
Off.
Seatbelts.
Off.
Exterior lights.
Avon logo on.
Fuel pumps.
Off.
Parking brake and chocks.
On and in.
Parking checklist complete.
Really weird that these, yeah, jetway doesn't extend here. Another one. Huh. It's kind of frustrating. Especially since, yeah. I don't know, it seems like more and more places I go to, the jetways don't do what they're supposed to do. Annoying. Oh well, we get to watch them take the bags off. Alright, let's pull up Volanta, check out the flight, get their information for it. Wrong image there, no big deal. Block time, 1 hour and 4 minutes, 47 minutes for a flight, short one there. Landing rate, -161.5 feet per minute. G-force 1.05, landing speed 137. Just under 2,000 kilos burned, 289 miles all said and done. 151 passengers happily arrived in Colombo, Sri Lanka, or nearby Colombo, Sri Lanka. Yep, next flight we're going to be going right out here all the way up to Karachi. Oh, not that one. Yeah, right here. You know. Hopefully I can figure out what GSX is doing, because what happens is you make like the passengers, let's say this was glass so I could see them. I'd want to see the passengers walking through there. Now here it doesn't really matter, you just have them go right from there in this final jetway, which isn't working itself. But you'd make the point right here, they'd walk, and then you'd have a point like right here so they get on this jetway. Now once they get to this jetway, they automatically, wherever the jetway goes, they'll follow it somehow, I guess. But for some reason, when I put it out to here, they then climb up to the top of this, and then they get right up on top of this, and then they kind of float down. And I don't know why it does that, and I can't find anything on how to not do that. It's amazing how it's a problem that people have, but you can't find any information on the internet anywhere on how to solve it, including from GSX itself. So, okay, thanks. I even go into the PDF for, you know, how to customize parking spots, and just cannot find anything on how to avoid that issue. Wow, we got done early, 8:39. This has got to be one of my earliest finishes for a stream. So means I don't have to. I don't know what to do. I don't have people, you know, chasing me around here. All right, so we're gonna go raid over here for.
Do you want to deboard crew?
Gonna raid over on Twitch. If you're on YouTube, thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, that like button. Join the Discord, do some flight requests, and I will see you on YouTube tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock for our flight over to Pakistan. If you're on Twitch, keep an eye out. Might be streaming this afternoon a few flights in the CRJ in Japan. But until I see you next time, happy flying and take care.